Yo, YouTube, September 10th and September 24th, we'll be out of town. One class will be in Charlotte, one class will be in Washington, D.C. We'll be teaching you guys a nice look and learn. Tickets are now available and on sale in the description below. All right, what you trying to do today?
So I'm gonna do a high skin fade, nice and tight. I get knocked down to a 1.5.
Okay.
On top.
Against the grain?
Yeah, you can go against. You can like blend it out like to my light spots. I really don't want that to be touched, and the rest you just work your magic.
Okay.
On the beard, I like it a little bit thicker.
Like wide as possible?
Yeah, keep it nice as wide as possible.
Gotcha.
After that, bro, man, you just
all right, say less.
Go to work.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Beam, and today we got one of them bangers. As y'all seen when my client said he wanted, let's get to it, let's get active, let's show people we real barbers. So I'm gonna go in by brushing my client's hair, pulling everything forward, setting everything up to start to do the high fade that the client wants. And with that being said, let's go ahead. We're gonna jump into using our trimmers. I wanna set a nice, clean, high bald line, but I also wanna make sure that this line is super clean, super crispy, so I can follow this line and this guideline through and through once I start to create the transition in the fade. Wanna give a big shout out to my dog Jern Boomin, and a big shout out to my dog Only One Lee. They both produce this beat together. Shout out to Lee. Lee just dropped the project. Go get that if y'all want to. Only One Lee. Go check him out. Go look him up. So I'm basically just continuing this bald line through and through, and I want to ensure, like I said, that I get a nice clean bald line all the way around the head. I'm not a person that like to do guidelines all the way around the head, but in cases like this, to keep the high fade perfectly high, you get what I mean? You want to go in and you want to make sure that the lines is up to par. My next step is to go with a 1.5 guard, like he said, 1.5 guard closed against the grain. I just basically want to melt some of this hair, and I will speed it up. And the reason that I speed it up is because y'all don't need to see me take his hair down with a 1.5 guard. Meaning, like, you know, a 1.5 guard is barely taking a lot of hair off of the client's head, but we want to make sure that we could get the client down to that one desired length. And getting him down to that one desired length is, you know, being professional. Even if I want his hair to be lower, you know, I'm gonna always grant the client what the client wants. The client wants a 1.5 against the grain, so the client's gonna get a 1.5 against the grain, and it's gonna blend it to some of his light spots, and we're gonna get into this fade. I'm gonna start giving myself a whole inch, and the reason I say a whole inch is because the client did ask for a high fade. With that being said, when the client asks for a high fade or somebody asks for something high, you gotta stretch that blend. And the reason why you gotta stretch that blend is you wanna show gradiency. You wanna show it like, you know, a nice clean fade effect. And with that, you just gotta make sure that you give yourself enough room to be able to fade within between them guidelines. So I'm giving myself an inch all the way around the head, pretty much. Just stay in focus, as you guys can see. Keep everything consistent no matter what the case is. Just keep it all the way consistent. My next step, let's go ahead. We're gonna get into a 1 guard completely closed, giving myself an additional inch. This 1 guard is separating the ball line, is separating the open one, and now, you know, the completely closed. And with that being said, when me doing that, I got 3 major guidelines that I gotta blend in between to make this thing a high fade. And I'm just using my clippers on the edge of them, and I'm really trying to create a gradient effect up top so I don't create a harder guideline for me to be able to do extra fade work. Remember, you make this job easy, you don't make it hard at all. To all of my beginning barbers that's out there, always follow your steps, follow your system through and through, and I promise the haircuts will come out exactly how you want them to come out. You just gotta follow your system. And now, we're gonna go in with a 0 guard. This is halfway closed. I'm finna start blending that 1 and that open line. Not completely closed, and I'm on the edge of it. And as you guys see, I'm starting to create that gradient effect. Even if you just holding the client head, you got full control behind that chair. Now we finna go ahead, we drop them completely closed, and with that being said, let's start to nudge at this line and start to really make it gradient. As you guys see, you know, slowly but surely, fading is, like, to me, has always been the hardest part about haircutting. To some people, fading might be the easiest part, and lining might be hard. dog is different, every fight is different, you know, every client is different, every hair cut is completely different. With that being said, you gotta just, you know, rock out and make sure that you always follow them steps like I just said previously. Following my steps is what's gonna allow me to execute this haircut with, you know, right in front of y'all eyes today. So just, you know, keep rocking and rolling with me. And as you guys see, I'm bringing this thing together. We starting to create that blurry effect. It's starting to get buttery. You know, we warming up, we locking in, and that's exactly what we doing. You know, we learned all of these advanced haircutting systems, you know, for this long to be able to do things like this. I'm resetting myself here on the back with using that zero guard completely open, and then I'm finna close it. And as you guys see, I'm finna tie that darkness into that one guard. And when I tie the darkness into the one guard, it allows me to drop down with my clippers without a guard and do this now. Start to bring the fade all the way together. It's simple. This is a 3-guard dummy fade test right here for a lot of people out there. I know a lot of people don't get a lot of high fades, but they just like mid fades and ball fades. You just push all the guidelines like an inch higher than what you would normally have them, and that would basically mean that this fade would be a high fade. Now going in using my trimmers to knock out that ball line, because sometimes whatever you put the ball line in with, you got to take it out with. Stretching the client's skin and really giving myself some room to create a nice transition. Now we on that right side, and y'all know what we do on that right side when it come to motivation, man. You know, we got so many barbers out here, so many people do it for money, so many people do it for family. At the end of the day, man, do this thing to have fun. Do it to have fun. The money gon' come. Like when y'all see them titles of people spending all of this money to get haircuts with me, trust me, they spend the money to get the haircuts with me, and the reason that they do is because they value me. I understand and know that everybody don't value a barber that charges $100. I understand everybody can't pay for a barber, you know, that charges $100. With that being said, whatever you value, you put your money behind. And as a barber, you want to be able to create that demand. You want to make your clients believe in you in a manner of they'll pay you anything. Or like all of my clients, a lot of my clients, these are all new clients because I'm in Tampa now, but in Chicago I used to squeeze people in and things of that nature. When you take care of clients and you show love to clients, clients show love back to you, because at that point you become a demand. Everybody wants your product. With that being said, you know, keep doing what y'all doing as barbers. Keep building your name, you know, keep putting up the reps, keep squeezing people in, keep, you know, creating dope relationships with y'all clients in and outside the shop. This is how people become real friends. Relationships is the most important when you behind this chair. We are therapists, you know, we are just anger management people, as you know, a lot of people don't understand. Coming from, you know, a rough area like Chicago, you know how many haircuts that I done did, that I done talked men out of wanting to potentially hurt somebody, and then they left the shop, you know, in a whole different mood, ready to go talk to women or ready to go stop at every, you know, grocery store just to be seen. You know, one haircut can literally change a person's life and change their, you know, outlook for whatever that day will be. Not saying that, you know, you will forever change them, but for that moment, you know, I saved somebody's life, 2 people's lives. The person, he could have potentially hurt it, and you know, himself. With that being said, barbers, you know, put your all into this thing. You never know how you impacting somebody. You never know how you changing somebody's life. And look at the blurriness to this fade. We bringing it together. Everything is just coming together. It's melting beautifully. And this is just what Beam do, you know. When you team Beam, we gonna make sure that I get you right, you know, in every aspect of this haircut. The fade gonna be laced, you know, the hair gonna be laid, the lineup gonna be ridiculous. Y'all know what time it is. When I'm in this duffel, it's special. And when it's special, I just need y'all to continuously rock out with me and just have fun with me. And this is what we doing. Now we going completely open using our clippers, and we want to give ourselves some fade room. And now halfway and now fully closed. We giving ourselves some fade room because, you know, it's barred out on the side, so we want to be able to bring that in. You want to be, you know, dark up top, it come into a fade, and then to the beard, you want it to be light and drop into the fade. So you just keeping consistency. Whatever you doing to the top, you doing to the bottom, but invertedly, because you want it to look like a clean, you know, taper on the beard and a clean fade on the head, and you just want it, you know, to all look pretty much good. And as a barber, you know, it's very difficult to do things like this, but once you get a system, it's impossible to fail. And that's why I keep preaching system, system, system. As a high fade, it's one of the most cleanest haircuts. It only fit a certain amount of heads, but if done correctly, you can really get some somebody a nice clean haircut. I want to shout out my dog Sean. He work at one of our Brandon locations. You know, my dog gave me a chance. He said he been wanting to get cut by me. He said that I inspired him as a barber, and with that, you never know who you inspire, and that's what we was talking about in the chair. You never know who you inspire in this thing. I want to start off, you know, by using my trimmers, going to the back of the nape line and back of the neckline and back of the beard line. This is my frame out work. Y'all know we frame out, we frame out, we frame out. This thing is connect the dots, but if you play the frame out work game, you can always solidify hard lines at the highest level of precision because you framed it out. This is all just, you know, rough drafting and, you know, set myself up for greatness. You know, it's just like boxing. You put them combinations together, you slip and you feint for people to go for certain things, and you set traps, and then boom, you hit them with something big. So right here, as you guys can see, we go and we hit the vertical bar. While hitting the vertical bar on this side, we want to ensure that we always gonna give a nice, clean, straight vertical bar. And without me doing a diagram, you guys know exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing the other vertical bar as well because the hair is so light. I want to make sure I could give him a straight lineup. I push his eyebrows down, drop them down, and then I want to hit the middle of the lineup and start to work myself all the way to the left. Y'all remember reference point A, reference point B, and reference point C. You could almost see it without me having to give you guys that diagram. Hopefully you guys been practicing, you know, the reference point system that I created with hairlines for the Art of the Lineup that's coming real soon. Art of the Lineup tour, and it's gonna be super crazy, man. DC, Charlotte, I put both flyers at the beginning of this video. If you are in any of them states as a barber and you want me to pull up, you know, I'm in Charlotte. We teaching a hands-on, we teaching, you know, a look and learn class in both cities. Go buy your tickets now. I have discounted tickets at the bottom of my description, well, at the top of my description once you go on the video. If you in Charlotte and if you are in DC, I'll have 2 classes rolling in both of those cities. Go get tickets now. Tickets will be sold out. Tickets will be limited. And if y'all want to see this thing up close and personal, if y'all just want to chop it up with me, if I impacted you in some type of way, you know, go cop them tickets right now. Pull up to the show and let me know that, you know, that's what's important. You know, I do this thing on YouTube, but I do it on a whole different detail level when I'm doing it in classes. So I want to go in using the Beam Team cordless compressor, Exton with Sean color enhancement card, and no dripping. As you guys can see, I'm using the darkest brown, and I'm trying to, you know, blend these lighter spots with the darker spots. Just because my client got a high fade, I still, you know, have to lay color in a certain way to get these lighter spots to blend in with the darker spots. Seeing I cut them down with a 1.5. Maybe if I cut them down with like a 1/16, I wouldn't have had to, but because I cut them down with that and my client loves color, you know, we want to go in and we want to ensure that we can get his client a full look. I go behind it using the Tune 45 Precision Pack pencil. These will be in the description as well. Precision Pack pencil is allowing me to create a nice border to create contrast and conceal a lineup. Let's bring it together. Let's really lock it in. Let's make sure that the client leave with a beautiful haircut, because as barbers, this is what we do. We are the first form of surgeons, and us being the first form of surgeons mean we have to attack everything at a technical aspect and lay the law like a legislator. And as you guys can see, Chameleon Blade busting. You know, we got the lineup on fire right now. We got something special going, and y'all know when y'all on the Beam Team channel, y'all know we vibing always, and we showing y'all a high level of precision. Let's lean the client back, angle of the razor at a 45-degree angle, stretch the skin, bring everything to the highest point. The client wants to keep the beard high as possible, and as you guys see, it's flawless. We go in and we hitting this line and we bringing everything back, keeping it super high. And y'all remember what I say, you know, cleanliness is next to godliness. When we doing this thing, it can look rigid like this, but we go behind it with a whisk, we dust it off, see if it what it truly is, and really put that work on the line now. And when we put the work on the line, what we trying to do right now is we trying to create a consistentness of the lineup up top. We want it to look the same way as the lineup on the beard, so you don't want no inconsistencies of your lineup. Now hitting under the neck area, bring the beard all the way together and cleaning up all of the scraggly hairs. And as you guys can see, man, this is clean, dog. It's clean. It's really clean. You know, this clean. This clean. Angling that razor, bringing it back to the front of the lineup, just ensuring, yep, we putting them in that pocket. This is a 90-degree angle, you know. 90-degree angles always solidify sharpness and precision. That's what a 90-degree angle is. It is sharp. It is box out. As you guys can see, bringing everything back to the line, not overworking myself, staying light-handed as possible, making the client comfortable, and cleaning all of the hole and spray residue and any fiber that could be potentially left on the client's scalp or precision pack pencil off of the client's head, but bringing it all the way together. Fire. It's different, dog. Doing the same steps on this side, bringing everything back to the lineup, cleaning up the forehead. As you guys can see, man, my client is looking cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. Kind of like John Bones Jones from the side of this angle. It's kind of crazy. Look at the lineup, man. You know, anything is possible. Whether your client got, you know, a lot of hair or no dense hair at all, you know, as a barber, this is what I do. I am a color god, you know. I brought this lane to YouTube and I did it at the highest level. I'ma show y'all clients who got dense hair, clients who don't have dense hair, who wanna use color, and how we will use color in these predicaments. With that being said, you know, stay focused with me. That's what Beam do. We show y'all how to bring everybody back to life. I'm the transformation guy, you know. I didn't have to say that. Y'all put that in the comments for me. And you know, I just appreciate that I could be this for a lot of people who do watch me. I like to shake people back. I like to give people whole new images and change completely how they look about themselves towards the end of this video. It's unfortunate in this world of barbering. Sometimes we gotta do surgery, but sometimes, you know, we just gotta put our systems together and make it happen. Without further ado, y'all know what time it is. Let's lock in. Hashtag TBT in that comment section. Hashtag glass. Hashtag glacier. Y'all know what we on. It's 2023. It's here. Everything continues to step on their neck, continuously to stand up in their chest and show them that you've been cut. Without further ado, may God bless. Let me know what you think about this. Turn you this way so you can see.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This what I was waiting for, man. Man, you ain't even have to hand me this, man. I already knew what was going on.
I appreciate that. Hey, hold up. Before I exit this video, Shannon. So I heard you was trying to poach my client, man. I heard that you told my client when I got done cutting his hair to hit you up so you could cut his hair. I told you already. All my clients sign NDAs. What that mean, bro?
Bro, I'm Team Beam, bro.
Hey, we ain't gotta say no more, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you like this video, please hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to get alerted when new videos come out. I'm Beam, and I'm out of here. Let's see. He scooted over some of this.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, nah.
You different, bro.
Told you.
You really different, bro.